Yo, what is good? The Golden State Warriors are the NBA champions for 2017. Congratulations to them. I just want to start off by saying that. Now, that series was not what I expected it to be, what I thought it was going to be. And the Warriors really did just come out and kick ass. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, realistically, who didn't expect the Warriors to actually win that series? Now, me personally, I have a problem. I have an issue when it comes to LeBron James, when it comes to going against LeBron in a series. So I hardly ever do it. Even before this season, I was like, you know what? The Warriors just got it. You know, they have the team assembled to literally take over the NBA if they wanted to for the next few seasons. They have that team in order. I mean, the only thing they would probably, I wouldn't even say worry about, but the only thing that they probably would have to maybe consider the possibility of Steph leaving, but I don't really see that happening. Why would he walk away from that situation? Even if it comes down to a contract or money, I think that Golden State would be willing to pay him whatever and keep him. And, you know, of course, KD, but they have Clay and Draymond pretty much locked up. KD, I'm sure he can dip at any time too, but he's in the same situation. Why would he walk away from that situation? So I pretty much was like, you know what, they have the team assembled to take over the NBA. So, but I always knew that in the Eastern Conference, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are pretty much a team that's pretty much favorite no matter what season in the East. If they keep that team together, they could win the East every season. With LeBron James, a healthy LeBron, and, you know, not too many missing, like, pieces. But when you got LeBron James, you have a very good shot to win a series that you're in. Prime example, last year. Down 3-1, come back, win the series. Win the NBA championship. So, when you have LeBron on your team, you always got a shot. So, that's how I looked at it. If they come out the East to face the Warriors, I'm going to go with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to show me. You're going to have to show me that, you know, it just wasn't really nothing that he could do. Because that's what he's going to show you. Like, I mean, pretty much that's what he's giving you. You know, people write their own narratives as far as him being a quitter, giving up and stuff like that. I don't buy into that. Like, the guy plays hard, especially what we've seen of him, you know, once a player hits that maturity state, what we've seen of him since that, which I can't really call when it actually happened, but it happened. And you've seen many games where he's just left it all on the court. And a lot of the times he's overmatched. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time. I'm not going to say every time, but, you know, he still manages to show that, you know, he could carry a team and stuff like that. But it just wasn't enough this time around. So congratulations to the Warriors. What this is, I should have said this in the opening introduction, but this is going to be a new segment that I've added. I've been working on something on the low, you know, a little project, and I wanted to get this idea off the ground where it's a segment I call Oh Knows, where I just talk about, you know, different topics, and, you know, we just chat it up, stuff like that. So this is what I want to talk. This is more so my reaction to the NBA Finals, that Game 5 victory by the Golden State Warriors. That was actually a pretty good game, but the Warriors the Cavaliers just came up short, and the Warriors were able to take them out. I wanted to see a 7-game series. I predicted a 7-game series before the series started. The first two, I didn't really get too caught up into the blowouts, because the blowouts, I mean, let's be real, the Warriors were supposed to win those games. So I looked at it more so like they were unloading all their clips on a dead corpse. So that's how I looked at it. Like, I didn't buy too much into that. I mean, they're at home, the energy. A lot of people, like especially KD, was hungry. So he's already been there. He's tasted it. He wasn't nervous. He was ready for this moment. It's the reason why he went to Golden State. I mean, we could say what we want to about the move, but this is the reason why he went there, was to do what he did this season and, be an NBA champion. And he pretty much led this team. Like, he wasn't like a sidekick. He was the guy. Like, Steph Curry, actually the back-to-back MVP, was the one who kind of took the side, who kind of fell back a little bit to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant took over. I mean, and in the playoffs, Steph did step in when he needed to. He was consistent. This is the best playoffs he's played probably in his whole career. This was, Steph Curry was very comfortable, and KD was just so hungry, and he was playing out of his mind. So, I mean, this is a level that I always thought he could get to, but, he hadn't really, he's I don't know, he's kind of like flirted with this level of play, but this one was more like fluent. It was just his moment. And Kevin Durant, he definitely shined in it. So it was good to see him get a championship. He played for my favorite squad, the Texas Longhorns basketball team. Hook 'em, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad to see him get a championship. Believe he's, is he the first basketball player from, I gotta look that up. No, he's not, because Tristan Thompson got a ring. So I'm pretty sure he's not the first Longhorn to get a ring. Tristan got one before him, so that already takes that out. But as far as the star players like to come from that program, I would say is he the first? I think he is. I'm not 100% sure. But he averaged 35 points a game in the series. That was a monster. He, I think we had about 8 rebounds, 5 assists, pretty good numbers. His shooting was very efficient. He even averaged like a block and like a steal in the series. Like, he was everywhere. So he was all over the court. But LeBron James had a series too. LeBron James, look, 33 points, I believe, 12 assists, 12 or 11 assists. I think it might have been 12. 10 boards. Like, no, it had to be like 12 boards. I can't remember, but it was something like 33, 12, and 10. So maybe it was the assist that was 10, and then the boards was probably like 12. That's more so his stat line. And, he was efficient too, as far as scoring and stuff like that. To me, he's been the MVP of the last 3 NBA Finals. He has been the MVP of the last 3 NBA Finals. I mean, the guy, the guy just puts the team on his back, and, I felt like he left it all on the court. And he didn't take it too rough, because he knew what he was facing. To me, this is the best team ever assembled because of the personnel on the team, the star power, and they actually won the championship, and they actually beat an all-time great. Regardless of, how you want to write it, I mean, LeBron James is an all-time great player. In my opinion, he's a top 3 all time. So, I mean, call it what you want to, but I think that if I understand that losing players, losing teams, the only person who got it a Finals MVP on a losing team was Jerry West, but LeBron James has been the MVP of the last 3 NBA Finals. Let that be known. You know what I mean? Let that be known that he has been. And Kevin Durant, he arrived. So he's been hungry. I remember a few years ago he was talking about he's always been number 2, and he was number 2 in high school. He was number 2 pick in the draft, number 2 in MVP votings, and this one he was still in Oklahoma. And I remember him saying that. And that year, I think that was the year that they went to the finals, something like that. Or maybe it was the year after, but I remember him saying that. And now, I mean, some people gonna put him, number one in the league now, because there was a debate about, LeBron and Steph for the past few years. And before that, the debate was like KD and LeBron. So now KD is back in that conversation with, I think he's just jumped past Curry again, and now, it's back to him and LeBron, that debate. So we'll see where that goes. And like I said, I predicted a 7-game series, but I mean, the Warriors, man, look at them. I have them as the best team ever, by the way. Yes, better than the 72-10 Bulls. I mean, 72-10 Bulls was very dominating as well, but I mean, look at this team, which spread the floor so crazy on that team. And I know they have Michael Jordan, but I mean, did you see how Kevin Durant is playing? Do you see how Klay Thompson and Steph Curry can shoot the ball? The defense of Draymond Green. The role players, the exceptional play of the role players that have off the bench. The unity, the chemistry, the team chemistry is on point. Like, the head coach missed games and they just didn't really miss a beat. They stomped on Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to say. Congratulations, and I'm already looking forward to next year. So, but as far as the MVP thing, I'm serious. I think that LeBron should be the MVP. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about the Golden State Warriors now? They've created this team. Do you think this is going to be the trend? Teams are going to try to form like super teams. You know what I mean? Like 4 NBA All-Stars, like top NBA talent. You think this is going to be the new wave? I don't know. I think LeBron is going to form. He will be playing with someone who is a personal friend of his next year, whether it be in Cleveland or somewhere else. He has that group of friends like that Chris Paul, that Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, that group. He's going to be playing with one of them. I predict that. I think I see that coming. But I don't know how it's going to unfold. One of them will be his teammate next year. I'm going to go ahead and put that out. So remember I said that. Write that down. Some kind of way. Because he feels, I'm sure he doesn't want to part with Kyrie. Kevin Love might be, he might be expendable. You know what I mean? He might be expendable, but I think he knows that Kyrie had a good series in my opinion. He could have stepped up more because they needed everything. Like, they needed everybody to step up. And I mean, they needed Kyrie to be exceptional. Kind of like how Shaq and Kobe, how Kobe was to Shaq. Like, Shaq would have his nights, but Kobe would also be right there having a great night as well. Those were the times that they were just dominating the NBA. And that's what he needed from Kyrie. He needed it all throughout the series. And, some games, I mean, Kyrie did his thing, but really came up short in this Game 5 at the end. Surprising, because he's the one who's supposed to have the big clutch gene between the two. But that's how it unfolds. So, yeah, what do y'all think? Yeah, how do y'all feel about these super team thing? Like, this might be the wave of the NBA. So, and who do y'all feel should have been the MVP? Who was the best player in the series? I say LeBron. And who do y'all predict for next year? I can't really call it. I'll probably touch on that later down the line, but I can't really call it right now. But if you have early predictions for next year, let me know. And who do you feel was the NBA MVP for the regular season? I know that was a debate. I kind of said they should split it, Harden and Westbrook. We'll see how that goes, but I'd like to know what y'all think as well. But thanks for tuning in, listening. Hit that subscribe button if you're a new listener, and stay tuned for the next one. In the meantime, in between time, y'all stay cool, stay up. Peace.